Guys, we're almost through. We're going to be talking about the NFL Fantasy Football League 2019. We're going to be talking about the defense. Who's the top defenses that we're going to pick for this year? What are we going to do? What's our draft strategy? Let's figure this out after my intro. Thanks for watching the show. This is Coach Wondergeddon. I am your coach, Wondergeddon. This episode, we are talking about NFL draft, fantasy football. We're going to be drafting defenses, and I'm going to start right away. I'm not going to get too long into this. I'm going to tell you the 5 teams defenses that I think are going to be the best fantasy league wise. We're going to start with number 5, who is the Houston Texans. Whenever you have a J.J. Watt on your team, or whenever you have a Clowney in your team, you are going to lead in something like these. Fumble recoveries and sacks. 14 fumble recoveries by Houston last year. 43 sacks. Those numbers get you a lot of extra points from week to week. That's the difference between a double-digit week and a triple-digit week when you're struggling on offense, or when you're struggling at your quarterback position. Your wide receivers are letting you down. If you could get some points off your defense, then you are in a pretty good spot. And Houston Texans number 5 that I think are going to get you the most points next season. Number 4 is going to be the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota Vikings last year, 50 sacks, 12 interceptions. That's crazy. And I expect them to get more this year. Xavier Rhodes is going to hold down the back there. 8 fumble recoveries, 3 of those 3 touchdowns given up, or 3 touchdowns by the defense on your team. You get those once in a while. You had yourself a good week. When you have a defense that gets you points, it looks so much better when you're looking at your scores. It makes those weeks just look so much more positive when you have a good defense. Number 3 defense next, or fantasy football wise, is going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think another year removed by Ryan Shazier, the change. Get well soon, brother. Hurt himself and kind of left a giant hole in Pittsburgh this year. Last year they had 52 sacks without him. This year, they got T.J. Watt in there. They have a really good linebacking team. They're super fast. As I said, 52 sacks last year means that they're getting past that line almost with ease. I expect them to do a lot better defensively this year. They're gonna be working for it. I'll tell you that. Their defense might have to be the difference between Pittsburgh Pittsburgh Steelers making the playoffs or not. It's gonna rely on that defense. I think they're gonna come through. Number 2 defense this season, I think, is going to be Los Angeles Rams. Los Angeles Rams just got Clay Matthews. Like, they were not good enough. Clay Matthews left Green Bay and went to the LA Rams. I think that's going to be a sinister lineup. Last year, they had 18 sacks. I'm expecting that to go up. Was it 18 sacks? That didn't even sound right. I think it was 41 sacks they had. They had 12 fumble recoveries. That's nuts. And I think they're going to get better with Clay Matthews there at linebacker. I think those numbers are going to get even better. And last year, I didn't think those numbers could have got better. They had Aaron Donald there, and now they have Clay Matthews as well. Clay Matthews is not that old. He still has a few years of mileage. He still has some good mileage on him. That defense could be crazy, but not as crazy as the number 1 defense that I chose this year. I think it's going to be the same as the one I chose last year, which is the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears defense is ridiculous. I don't know how the Raiders let Khalil Mack go and actually bring them to the Bears. Brought them from a great defense to a even greater defense. This guy's the best linebacker out there. Okay, they gave up the least amount of points last year. 50 sacks, which is crazy. 27 interceptions, which is crazy, and they also scored 6 touchdowns. Get them early. That team, that is a defense that's always going to score you points, and I think this season they're going to continue to score the most points fantasy league wise, as well as in real football. And that's what I think. I know what you guys are thinking. I didn't say anything about the Baltimore Ravens, and I didn't say anything about the Dolphins. The Dolphins might have a surprisingly good defense this year. But you know what? I only had room for the top 5, and quite honestly, that's all I have to say about that. Thanks for watching the show, guys. We are going to talk about kickers on the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys.